I guess that's the way it is out there. But anyway, it looks beautiful behind you. All right, our next guest says a social media explosion is about to happen. And if you're not on board, your company could crumble. So who has it right and who has it all wrong? Gary Vaynerchuk joins us, social media expert and author of the new book, The Thank You Economy. And for those of you who don't know him, this is a guy who had a wine store that was making under $4 million a year, which is already pretty darn successful.
Pops did an amazing job.
And then you used email and then social media, and you have it up to how many $1 million a year?
It's a $60 million a year business.
Okay, so you're proof here that social media can really transform a business.
Early proof. I mean, I think it's so early. As a matter of fact, I'm so excited to be here because this is the place that kind of crumbled the internet bubble, right, in 2000. And there was that window. Social media has been hyped, right? We all see the secondary market, Facebook and Twitter stuff. People are buzzing about it. I think this is the calm before the storm, to be honest with you. I think the next 2-3 years, you know, I've started a company called VaynerMedia. We consult for big brands. They want to know the ROI. It's hard to make the connection right now, but I think it's coming. And when it comes, I think a lot of people are going to get hurt in this window right now where people are not taking it serious because they can't make the numbers click.
Right, and I know you mean you're dealing with Pepsi, Campbell's, companies like that. Let's just talk about, first of all, when Julie was talking about social games, and I was sort of joking about, I mean, these games are rather mindless, and you were saying, well, that's kind of the point. I mean, it's sort of just it's a way to spend a little bit of time, and there's a clear group of companies that could monetize it.
You know, I said to you, and I saw you kind of click on it. It's the new soap opera.
Yeah.
You know, Facebook Farmville is the new soap opera. It's the new guiding light. And you know, I'm sure that Dove and Tide and plenty of people that are trying to hit that demo are interested in that. And media spends are going in this direction. I mean, it's clear.
All right, so let's talk about some companies that are getting social media right so far. Who's doing best?
You know, I like what Whole Foods is doing. You know, I think they're engaging heavily. And here's what I see. You know, everybody looks at Facebook and Twitter as pushing it out. I don't want this to be a content play. This is the first platform in the last 100 years that's actually a communication platform. It's pull instead of push. This is a TV.
Telephone? Is it?
Since maybe the telephone, but brands didn't get involved on calls, right? This is the only time a brand can jump in and have a conversation. Somebody could say, really tough time at Wegmans today, and Whole Foods can come in and say, oh, really? And you know, and that starts context. I'm very, very bullish on what Starbucks has done. Clearly, they've been an early mover, a digital leader. They've jumped on Foursquare when people weren't talking about that. You know, so I would say those two companies stand out a little bit.
All right, who is really failing?
You know, in the book, I talk about something that every single one of my contemporaries thinks is the greatest social media campaign last year, which is Old Spice, right?
Yeah.
Everybody loved Mustafa. He came from the commercials. He did videos. He hit everybody up on Twitter. They have not engaged with a single person since that campaign. Literally,
so they set it up, and then they blew it.
Here's the problem, and I'm going to say, and I love that I get to say it on this kind of a platform. Let it be known forever. There is no such thing as a social media campaign. This is relationship based. A social media campaign is a one-night stand. This is a relationship. If you want to marry your brands, if we're living through the humanization of business, they need to live like humans. They did a great campagn, and then they left all these people in the place.
When you say relationship, this is the sort of, instead of just pushing something out to people, when they respond, you have to respond. You make
Nobody wants to follow any of these brands on the big board's Facebook page so they can push them the commercial. No. This is about engagement. The rules are changing, and very quickly, Nielsen's is going to come down and bless these numbers, and brands are going to start spending against them, and the dynamics of ways the stocks here move are going to be implicated by this.
All right, well, thanks very much, and I hope that the games as soap operas gets taken up. This is a really interesting, it really defines it in an interesting way.
It's a culture shift.
All right, well, Gary, thanks so much. We appreciate it.